You've failed at this before. Not once, not twice. Enough times that some part of you has already decided how this ends. That's not weakness. That's your brain doing exactly what it was built to do. And in the next 10 minutes, I'm going to show you why. Right now, somewhere, someone is one attempt away from the thing that changes their life. And they're about to quit. Not because they're not capable. Not because the dream was wrong. But because nobody ever told them what's actually happening inside their own head when things fall apart. So they think it's them. They think they're broken. They think everyone else has some gear they don't have. They don't. They just never learned the science of why you stop. And once you know it, you can't unknow it. Here's the first thing they don't teach you. Scientists studied what happens in the brain after repeated failure. And they found something almost nobody talks about. There is a number. A specific number where most people give up. 3. 3 failures in a row, and the brain flips a switch. Not metaphorically, literally. Regions tied to decision-making shift, and the pull to quit becomes almost automatic. So when you failed for the 3rd time and felt that wave of just stop, that wasn't your character breaking. That was biology. You are not weak. You are wired. And the people who make it, they don't feel that switch less. They just learn to keep moving after it flips. Second thing, and this one will mess with you. Researchers studied over 300,000 professional tennis matches. And they found the players expected to win, the favorites, quit more often after a bad start than the players nobody believed in. Not because they were less skilled, because they had more to lose in front of everyone watching. The pressure to look good was heavier than the will to win. Sit with that. The more people expect from you, the easier it becomes to fold. So if you've ever quit something right when people started watching, that wasn't you being fragile. That was pressure doing what pressure does to everyone. The difference is what you do with that information now that you have it. Third, you've been telling yourself the wrong thing your whole life. You think it should be easy. That's the trap. Psychologists found something strange. People persist longer at a task when they're told it's hard, and give up faster when they're told it's easy. Why? Because failing at something easy feels humiliating. But failing at something the whole world agrees is difficult. There's no shame in that. So here's the shift. Stop telling yourself this should be simple. The moment you accept that this is supposed to be brutal, the failure stops being proof you're not good enough. It becomes proof you picked something worth fighting for. Here's what separates the ones who make it from the ones who don't. It's not time. It's not hours logged. Researchers studying thousands of players found something brutal and simple. Winners are not the ones who played the longest. They are the ones who took a worse result than last time and still came back. Not talent, not luck. The willingness to absorb a worse outcome and show up again anyway. That's the whole separation. Say that back to yourself right now. It's not about being better every time. It's about coming back every time, even when you're worse than you were yesterday. Now here's the one nobody wants to admit. Sometimes you don't fail because you tried and lost. Sometimes you fail because some part of you made sure you never really tried at all. Psychologists have a name for it. Self-handicapping. Skipping the prep. Staying up too late before the thing that matters. Half effort on purpose without even realizing it's on purpose. Why would you do that to yourself? Because if you never really tried, a loss doesn't count as proof that you're not enough. It's not laziness. It's protection. But it's costing you the one thing you actually want. Name it when it happens. That's the only way to stop it. Sixth truth. You are not born with a fixed amount of persistence. It's trained. It's built. Scientists call it learned industriousness. Every time you push through something small and hard, your brain quietly recalibrates what it believes you can survive. That means the boring rep you didn't skip today, the hard conversation you didn't avoid, that's not separate from your big goal. That is the training for your big goal. Every ounce of effort you've ever spent, it's still in there. It didn't disappear. It's the reason the next fight will be easier than this one. Seventh, you think the all-or-nothing approach makes you stronger. It doesn't. It makes you fragile. Studies found that people who build in a small reserve, permission to miss sometimes without collapsing the whole goal, Persist longer and finish more than people running a perfect, rigid plan. Rigid doesn't mean strong. Rigid means one crack away from shattering completely. Build the reserve. Expect the missed day. Plan for the bad week. That's not weakness. That's how the disciplined actually survive long enough to win. And this is the one that decides everything. It's not the failure that breaks you. It's the 2 seconds right after it, the story you tell yourself. I'm just not built for this. That single sentence is more dangerous than the failure itself. Because the moment you make it permanent, you make quitting the only logical next move. Change the sentence. Not the failure, the sentence. I haven't figured this out yet. Builds a different future than, I'm not capable of this. Same failure. 2 completely different lives, depending on which sentence you choose. 9th, and I need you to actually hear this one. Quitting is not always weakness. People who walked away from a fight that was destroying them and redirected that same energy somewhere else were measurably healthier. Less anxious, less broken, better relationships, better outcomes. This video isn't telling you to never quit anything. It's telling you to stop quitting the right things for the wrong reasons. Know the difference between walking away from something that's using you up and walking away from something that's just asking you to grow. One is wisdom, the other is fear wearing wisdom's jacket. And last thing, nearly 1 in 3 people who look like they have it all together seriously considered quitting everything. Ambitious people, driven people, the ones you're comparing yourself to right now, they just didn't let that moment define them. They let it pass through them. So if you're standing right now on your 3rd failure, if the switch already flipped, if some part of you has already started writing the sentence that ends this, don't. Not yet. You don't need to feel ready. You just need one more round than you think you have. You have 24 hours to decide who you're going to be after this. Choose before the switch flips again.